Hi, my dearest confidant. Okay, so food for thought. How do you process your thoughts? I saw a TikTok. My daughter sent me a TikTok on this a while back, and it has perplexed me ever since. And so I actually started asking people how they process their thoughts. Like, for me, for instance, I hear a voice in my head. The voice in my head sounds like my own voice, that how it sounds to me, not how it sounds to you, right? Because if you record yourself, you sound different than if you hear yourself speaking. But anyways, I have one voice in my head, and the voice of the universe is in the same voice. I can tell the difference between the two because one is knowing and calm, and the other one is questioning and defensive and sometimes ruminates too much. And so I have one daughter that is like that. And I haven't asked the third daughter, but the other daughter says that she hears multiple voices, and sometimes those voices aren't talking to her. And, at first that made me a little nervous because I'm like, okay, she's schizophrenic. No. Based on what I know now about our carnations here on Earth, and I'll share that in another video, that's absolutely not the case. It has been categorized by that as that by science, but that's not what my understanding of that is now. Another friend of mine says that she sees video playback in her head. Another person that I worked with said that they feel their thoughts. There's no words, they just have an emotion, a feeling associated with it, like in their chest, and then they speak. They know what they want to say. My husband was the most perplexing because he has no idea how he thinks. He just knows that the thoughts are there. So we need to dig into that one a little more. And then another person that I talked to, just a random person that I know through work, said that they sometimes hear their own voice, yelling at them or whatever, telling them to do something or remember something or whatever. And then sometimes they see pictures. And I do sometimes think of pictures, like especially if I'm looking for something, then I'll think about the steps that I took to get there. But there's always words, so there's always a voice. I can hear my thoughts, and so it's amazing to me that we are all the same species and we process thoughts, like just even within my small circle of influence, how differently we all process our thoughts. And until that TikTok was made and sent to me, I just assumed that everyone heard their thoughts like I did. And so when you think about somebody being a hands-on learner or a visual learner or an audio learner, it really puts those things in perspective now, because I never thought to question how somebody thinks. But my husband is very much, he has to see it. He doesn't even necessarily have to do it with his own hands, but he has to see it. And so that to me sounds like he sees pictures in his head, right? Not voice. Whereas me, I can read something and understand it and move on. I can put it into practice. I might have to read it a couple of times as I'm doing whatever it is I'm trying to learn, but I can do it without somebody showing me, and I can understand it without somebody teaching me or telling me. And so anyways, just think about that when you think about having interactions with other people. And some people just seem so slow to come up with things, and it's because of the way that they process their thoughts. And so be compassionate with that, and let that be helpful to guide you through your interactions with yourself and with other people, and hopefully help you to understand just a little bit more how intricate and complex that we are as a species. And just, yeah, hopefully it'll enlighten you. And if you want to share how you process your thoughts, I would be interested to know. Until next time, my dearest confidant, I love you.